Alright, let's do some practice of 5-4 because we need to refresh ourselves on how to play apparently, based on how stream has gone. So, Starfruit Cherry. Slow seat select. But we're here for correctness, and we'll be implementing pause per wave. Zombie to rake. Plant down the next sunflower. We see the zombie. We have enough sun to plant down squash, so we're going to do it. Otherwise, we would have waited until we got the 6th sunflower down. As we're not going to need to use it again until wave 4. 8 sunflowers. Watch to see if the basic of wave 3 is going to come in. It does. Instant Starfruit. Prioritize. Rules. A little bit over sun, not by too much, but enough. We stalled there so that the zombie wouldn't escape before it triggered the rule. The correct star. I'm gonna do this. Protect the starfruit from getting eaten. Okay. Okay. Six. Okay. Wave 6. We squash this column 8. Wave 7. It's kind of ugly. There's no starfruit below is bad, so you need to use Chomper. If it were above, we could look to starfruit it. This is perfectly starfruitable because we can hit the top cone head without harm to our stars, and when the basic walks in, it will overlap the bottom shots. This is an annoying wave. This is, I believe, wave 9, unless I miscounted. Or, like, forgot to count. Yeah. Put down an extra sunflower for later. Get ready to cherry bomb. We cannot skip the cherry bomb. There are a ladder, for example. We could just jump it and wait. Wave 1 is a prep wave. You can take it as such. Wait for this cone head to walk in. Munch. Wave 2, also a prep wave. It's full basics. Wave 3 is not because the ladder is too high, too dangerous to leave alone. Wave 4. Wave 5. Planted the pop before the chomper to overlap cooldown. Ooh. That's gonna hurt a little bit. Wave 7. We can't access that cone head, so we're just gonna take this as prep. There's a lot of basics in the wave anyway, so should be pretty straightforward to immolate. That's instant roll, that's the only reason why I do that. Also, we're going to doom from this wave. 9. I saw that guy missing. Unfortunate. The guy was slow. But it's fine. This is where we need to lock in a little more. Okay, there's the footballer. Wait for the footballer to run in front. Should be rule. Wave 1, we're in a cherry now. So that we have it back. Time for wave 19. Wave 2. Perfectly fine. They take it on column 8. That's our doom spot now. Wave 3. We're gonna do this. We're gonna hope for the best. Okay. This is a very good RNG. 4. 5. Protect the stars. Basics are not as threatening as coneheads. 6 is annoying, but it's fine. We have enough starfruits to take this. 7. $18 and 19. No one's gonna miss. Big. Watch for bad ambush. Shouldn't be an issue because we have pot already here to protect, so we should be chill. That general doom timing should work. That is a 603. Not good, but better than the hell I was generating earlier. Let's do it again. That was a sloppy seat select. Cannot be misclicking like that. Better now than during a run, but better not at all. You know, no need to incur bad habits. No need to accidentally assimilate bad habits into your gameplay. Technically, the way I play doesn't really matter which rows I choose this for sunflowers, but once upon a time, back when I was a little bit more aggressive with stars, I would shoot behind, and when you do that, row 1 and row 5 are the first sunflower rows you should quote-unquote fill. I say quote-unquote because you should leave the front pot spare, in case you need to clean up zombies that run away. Shouldn't happen besides the first one, but good habit just in case. And so you don't need to plant an extra pot or dig up a sunflower in order to take care of that. This was a huge mistake on my part. 8 sunflowers, and then you look at the board. We could squeeze in the 9th sunflower because the auto scroll rule was a little long, but that's not an excuse. This is fine, this configuration. Eventually these bottom shooting pellet will start hitting this zombie, but hopefully by that point we're perfectly fine. This is a bad star. It gives 0 value on this wave. The correct star should have been either here or here. And because of that blunder, wave is slow. Anyways, this is wave 6, we have good prep up, we should look to use the instant on the next wave, wave 7. I like column 8 pots instead of column 9 because it sets up for later walling, and potentially as a doom spot, and also is more likely to survive and be reused, even if it bleeds a little bit of time. Alright, this should be fine. Typically you'd want to doom shroom this. If it's slow, you definitely doom shroom this, but since I have the stars I need, or since I have a lot of prep up, I can just kind of take it chill. We have enough to pre-plant 1 sunflower, and then we need a cherry bomb this wave. Like, once it's like 3 or 4 seconds into the red text, you can't plant a free pot on the board. You need to wait to see the next wave. Wave 1. Went too slow. If I got pot down earlier, I could use the instant kill there, but I didn't, so... Wave 2. I'm gonna squash this wave. Wave 3. Have an insane amount of prep. Wave 4, wait for the cone head. Again, protect the stars. Even if it loses you a hair of time, collapse is worse. Collapse in the rubble. this wave is uniquely bad. This should be wave 6, because the waypoints. Wave 7 is doo-doo. But we can at least attack it somewhat. Wave 8 is a good wave, because that Pogo is getting shotgunned. Wave 9. A little bit faster than last time. Let's chill. I'm not using pause per wave, which is funny. Hopefully it doesn't backfire in my face. We can plant a free pot because we have this. And by this, I didn't mean the chomper's awake. I meant that I still have the free pot standing. Unfortunately, I fucked up by misclicking, so now I have body block here. That's going to interfere with me being able to clear up there. And yeah, we might be in a bit of hot water here. Okay, this is takeable. I'm going to take this wave. That means I have pot and, you know what, immediately ready for this wave. Wave 4. This doom is a little bit weaker than this doom because the reach top is not great. 6. Wave 7 should be a quick roll. Got the cherry bomb this wave. I'm not sure how the cherry bomb missed, but okay. Okay, I was worried that was gonna escape. Okay, this should be a good level. Exceedingly so. This level should be a sub 6. Very comfortably. Yep. Good. I pot stalled here because when you being a Doomshroom, if a zombie has just begun biting on it, the Doomshroom will ignite. However, there's a flag zombie behind the ladder zombie. If the flag zombie touches the Doom while the ladder's eating, they will chew through the Doom faster than the Doom can ignite. So by planting the pot here, I stall the flag so that the Doom will survive the ladder and be able to ignite. This actually happened during my run earlier, 5-9, where instead of a flag, it was an ambush zombie that landed on top of the Doom Shroom, and I didn't have a fast enough reaction time to Chomper here to, you know, wall the Doom for a bit, so the Doom died, and I lost 30 seconds or so to that. So yeah, just something to bear in mind for the future. Last playthrough of this level. Better seed select because it's 6 seconds, but that can definitely be faster. I hesitated between a couple of seeds. Didn't pay attention to the preview. The more cones here, the worse. You do want a couple, but you don't want a lot. If you have 3 cone heads in a wave, that's really bad. 1 is fine. Is actually really good for the early second flag, but not really too much beyond that. And then 2 is better than 3. We can pre-plant this. We have 100 sun, so we can plant that sunflower down. I mean, wait. There's a world where you can pre-plant some pots for the sunflowers / starfruits, but I don't prescribe to that. Only because I'm most comfortable with how I'm playing for you guys right now. That's basically what this game is about until, like, optimizations are concrete. Just play how you like. There's still a ton of low-hanging fruit, as I think I've mentioned before. 7, 8, 9. Okay. Technically, I go for the starfruit before the sunflower. There I get punished because I just have the sun in time, but better safe than sorry for consistency. And then in any percent context, the run's 3 hours long, you are on like You're about to hit the 3-hour mark. You do not want to lose 30 seconds for no reason. Absolutely not the decision. This star should have been a column back. This isn't. It's fine only because we'll get a ton of damage on this bottom star anyways. Because of how the detection works. We should do this. Okay. Wave 7. You be ready. If I don't need to plant down a pot this wave, I would use it to plant a sunflower. But since that didn't happen, we're just using the pot to deal with the wave. Wave 9 is the worst it can be. So we do trim it. It's a 240 with 4 starfruits. Not amazing, not the worst. We have cherry bomb for the huge wave, so that's going to help out a lot. And yeah. Let's see if we can get any prep waves. Wave 1. No, that's not really 1. That's fine. Wave 2. Technically not 1. You can take it. I don't feel comfortable with it. Wave 3. I feel way more comfortable with this one. Though there's a little bit of body blocking. Starfruits above our Starfruit shooting top are more trustworthy than Starfruit shooting below. Wave 4. Oh, really? Okay. That's a big mistake. You don't want your Starfruits to die. Starfruits dying is the worst thing that can happen. I hate using Cherry Bomb like this, but otherwise we're gonna get overrun, so I'm going to jump because I have to, not because I want to. That was a huge blunder on my part. I misclicked. I mistimed the click, rather. So this is gonna be a slow level. Oh my goodness. It's technically correct to just chomper the bonus footballer. But, yeah. I mean, because you get to save the Doom for later. Or use it on wave 10 to help yourself. It's fine because it clears body blocking, but that is definitely not what I wanted to happen. 1, let's roll. Wave 2. Let these guys run. That it's not body blocked. Wave 3. It's gonna take this because it's basically roll. Wave 4. Wave 5. We're gonna collapse a little bit on that row. Wave 6. Not really a prep wave because everything's body blocked. Wave 7. I have the sun to do this. Wave 8. This is gonna be a 6-0x. Yeah, as you can see, the zombie needs to like walk up a little bit in order to get into the radius of the Doom. This spot has the issue. This spot does not. 609. All right. The biggest mess up, I had a misclick on I think wave like 16, 17, whatever it was, where there was a cone head top and a cone head bottom. I wanted to remove the body blocking top, and I mistimed my pot, so I lost a ton of time because I had to take that wave as a prep wave after that, because by the time I get the pot back, the rule would have been triggered. The issue is that rule is slow as DPS because, again, it's body blocked. It would have been better if I either waited longer or if I just chompered bottom and called it there. It would have been probably fine as well because I would have had the Doom Shroom to clean up, and also Starfruits on top generally clear zombies way better than below because Starfruits when they shoot up, can hit zombies with 2 bullets from here and here, while bottom will only hit here and here. Anyways, so that's 5-4. Alright, now we're on to 5-7. Forgot to set my timer up, but that's okay. This is rather infamously known as the slowest 3-flag star level. Mostly because chomper value is relatively minimal. So you're more or less forced to take slower waves on average. But this level can still crank. Will still usually crank as long as you play well. Five sunflowers. We do an expectation get the next sun in time before this, but I'm gonna plant this sunflower just to be sure, and as you can see, we end up getting rewarded for this because we actually didn't afford the sun for squash until like a couple seconds afterwards. Those seconds do matter. You want to get your sun down as quickly as possible, assuming you don't interfere with other events of planting. Anyways, okay. This zombie's fast. We need to focus on getting this pot down. If I'm better, I can plant the sunflower in time, but I'm not, so... Anyways, we cannot plant the sunflower here because we need the starfruit engaged ASAP. So that this doesn't escape. Oh, do I really not get... Ooh. This could be awful, depending. Okay. I'm gonna do this. And wow. Okay, this is really rare for me. Because it looks like I am going to lose this. The backup here is just to plant a starfruit there, which is horrible. You'd never want to be doing that. That is like my fault. Though the RNG also needs to be bad for that to happen, so it's an alignment of multiple things. I'm gonna plant this extra star here for no particular reason, just because I was planning on squashing this, and if it's not the best play, I'm gonna replenish my sun here, because I should be able to tank whatever happens here. Very sad, very embarrassing moment, but I'm gonna leave that in. This is too slow, so I'm gonna cherry bomb. It's a 251 with 6 stars. We have squash coming up. Without cherry bomb, we're like maybe 10 seconds or so slower. You really do want to be into red text before 250, if possible. And if that's not possible, you need to go more aggressive somehow, or like, yeah, more or less. We're gonna do this because Starfruit's gonna attack and should trigger the rules somewhat soon, and it didn't quite work out. RNG is very interesting. Instantly slam Chomper down on that catapult so that it doesn't crush. Wave 3 is bad. We have 3 Starfruits that can cover this Conehead. I think technically you're supposed to Chomper the other one, but so now we definitely do this, even though this Conehead can just walk down. Bottom Coneheads are bad, and also... Oh, I should probably do this. Okay. A little slow to it. Forget what I was gonna say. But yeah, body blocking, and also... Yeah, we have a pot to stall. That should be rule now. This wave 6. It's gonna be a very slow level. Mostly because of the collapse here. Okay, we have a Doom pot. Good riddance. Oh wait, that's wave 9. Wow, okay. Because that's ladders 4, waypoints, bungee is 3. That's a saving grace. But it also means that we need to protect that Doom Shroom because we are very, very, very much not going to get one down in time in the future. So we need to be very alert and make sure that Doom does not die. Obviously, obviously in a vacuum, you wait to plant your Doom. You want to delay it as long as possible without getting it killed. Or without waiting on Doom for final wave, rather. Wave 2 is... Oh my goodness, okay. That hits the cone head, yeah. I needed to do that, otherwise the road collapses and we are baked in stir-fried. Okay. Oh, well, I tried doing something fancy there. Didn't work, so now we have to take that as prep. Completely my fault. Wave 5. Need to make sure there's nothing there that was gonna eat us. Okay. Wave 6. I could have and should have chompered that because that wave was chomperable, and then meanwhile we see this filth. That would have been much more valuable as a cherry bomb. Wave 8, I believe. That conehead's not accessible. So we chomper that guy. Oh wait, is this the rule? This is wave 9. Okay, I did not count well then. Oh my goodness. Okay, so as you can see, holy fuck. This is horrible. Completely my fault. Should never happen. Chomper the bungee, otherwise you have to time that Doom way earlier than you'd like. We could have also pivoted to here, to be fair. And yeah, that was overall really bad. I hope the game did not save. It did save! Oh no. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, that was a whole series of goof-ups. I'm keeping that in. You guys need to see that. I needed that. That is just... it's unacceptable completely. Here. Alright, so clearly we need to engage pause per wave here. Because that time is completely unacceptable. We have 2 more attempts here. Plant sunflowers until you, and then once you can plant squash where it doesn't interfere with sun planting, you do that. Wave 2. 8 sunflowers, and then be careful, be wary. If you can greed for the 9th, do it, otherwise you're just going off 8 to try and immediately catch the zombie. There's 8. And we watch. And at this point you full commit to the 9th sunflower. And you get to squeeze this sunflower in, and then you look to pot stall. That should be real. Collimate, squash. Nice thing about top zombies is because of the minor shotgun Starfruit does. Those guys are almost always guaranteed to never escape. This is going to be a collimate chomper, and then if we get a conehead here, we're going to squash it. It's not. We're going to do this. We're going to need to pot stall the bottom guy if we can, because otherwise he'll escape. Even with this, there's no guarantee. It's wave 7. Could have tried planting a star if we wanted to. I don't want to. I don't trust coneheads. I have trust issues with them, okay. Wave 8. And wave 9 is going to have to be handleable somehow. Okay, good start, good end. Cool. We have 2 starfruits on the board, but we have 6 pots. And instead of planting a sunflower, we're going to plant stars because we have no prep. And so we are very vulnerable. That ladder is not helping matters. But you know what we can do? Since we're going to be waiting anyways, might as well do that. Because it's not going to be a significant portion of the rule. Wave 1. Now, we just hope for the best. No, that's the opposite of the best. No, we got screwed. We're gonna plant this starfruit so that we deal with this sky, because we have this chomper to deal with the conehead 3. We're gonna cherry bomb this wave if it's rude to us. Which it is, so we cherry bomb. It's back on 419. Just way generous. I'm gonna do this so that we have another Doom bot if needed. 6, we can plant another star because this wave is gonna take a while usually. It's triple cone's almost always slow. 17, that's a misclick. It's fine though. Should be close to rule. Wave 18. Wave 19. Oh, I could have chompered this. Chompering this would have saved time and sun, but it's fine. We can roll down a pot because we have a cherry pot here. Make sure there's no catapult though, that's gonna eat your pot. And go. Once you're pretty sure you're safe. 1. I knew I could hit both of them. Wave 2, instant slam. Wave 3. Need to look into getting a Doomshroom down, which is going to be a little bit dangerous because yeah, we don't really have a spot. Like, we just have to kind of roll with this and hope that we can defend 5. Wave 6. That is the worst wave 6 possible. It's fine. We just chomp at the conehead. Call it. Even though we're gonna probably be waiting on the rule a little bit here. Wave 7. And then we cherry bomb this next wave. Oh, we have no sun. If that guy escaped, we would have been in really huge trouble. But we're fine here. It's everything. Okay, this is gonna be a 6-0x. So, but we are a little short on sun, so we need to be careful. We can plant that. Okay, we're good. Yep, that's a 605 or so. One more try. 3 cone. One of the worst previews for stars. One of the safest previews for pumpkin glimpse, purportedly. But one thing to take away from this game is that spawns matter more than previews. As in, previews are pathological liars. Pathological previews. Anyways. We're supposed to do this pause per wave, but yeah. I guess like most of the like foundational principles of how to actually play stars is written in my notepad. And I'm just like also right now just like I guess listing out my actual thoughts. Like everything else I just kind of have like subconsciously recognized, I guess, where I don't need to like verbally like pointed out, and I'm trying to do it as best as I can to you guys, but there's only so much I can do because there's a lot to explain. There just is. Like, understandable if you feel a little overwhelmed, but take it bit by bit and you'll improve. Some improve faster than others. I'm one of the slowest, but you know, I got here in the end, didn't I? Okay. You want to take this back because you can't instantly fire. Fortunately, this guy's slow, so we don't need to worry about him escaping. Yeah, just collimate the conehead. Greed for the next sun. We're gonna get another conehead. We have a starfruit already down, so I'm going to do this, I think. Actually, no, I can't. Because, let's say the conehead escapes. I have no way of handling it. Like, we just need to pray. Like, I don't think I can emphasize how much of a blunder I just made. This wave 7. But I think we take care of it fairly. No? Okay. Fair enough. I'm fucked here. With that, yeah, as soon as that misses, it's kind of over. Jig's up. Now I have to do this, and this is the worst starfruit. That still does something. And we're also waiting on this. So just a complete disaster again. Bro. Actually so embarrassing to be doing this, having this happen. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, there's not a lot of... I don't have everything down pat. And it's costing me significantly. Where's the conehead? There's a conehead. I'm not daft. Wave 2. Wave 3. We'll just take this. I know it's not amazing, but I don't really see another option here. Wave 4. I hesitated too long on that. It's fine, we're gonna just squash this wave. Wave 5. Wave 6. Wave 7. Wave 8. We got this. We're fine. Okay, slow, but... Anyways, yeah. When you get a conehead like that, unless it's super slow, you cannot take it. It's that simple. But as you can see, I forgot about it and got hooked. Wave 1. Wave 2. Wave 3. Wave 4. As a little aside, we got a ton of catapults and I think pumpkin blooms would have been screwed over. Wave 5. We jump for the conehead because it would be too difficult to access that, and it also does protect the starfruits a little better. Wave 6. Wave 7. Wave 8. Wave 9. Bad level. Again, like, you just cannot have this guy escape. You cannot let guys escape. And that was just an instance where a guy will escape. I think the only places you can really let the guy escape is basically just these 3 rows, because you can always plant a star behind to clean them up. And then this row is bad and this row is worse. So that was like a 617, 618, something like that. This level's gonna need... Well, it's not even this level, it's just generally I need to refresh my Starfruits because I'm kind of just playing like doo-doo right now. And it's mostly because I'm forgetting what scenarios a Starfruit will escape, because those are the most important scenarios to be aware of, because if a zombie escapes, you are instantly losing 15 seconds or so, because you need to divert resources from going fast to cleaning up / surviving. And when you do that, you lose an entire cycle of sun and other resources. So don't do it. Don't be me. Did I thought I had Rake. I don't have Rake apparently. But yeah, you want Rake. Otherwise, you're just gonna take 2 full auto scrolls, I think. You just have to use like 2 squashes, or you're going to have to shoot behind the second zombie. Which is a little, both are a little risk. That's what it is. I realized it too late, but yeah. So I think when I see a cone head, I think I need to think about what I'm going to do. I think that's what needs to happen. And I will pause. I should get sun now. Yep. Delayed. Just why you don't plant the squash immediately. I'm also planting some slightly inting stars. Like the ones that don't fully get value, so I might need to spend some time paused on that. Instantly do this. Hits. Or plant that early as you can. So that it's back off cooldown as early as it can be. Okay, this one's on me. You want this. It hits this, it hits this, so that it gets maximal value. Direct star is here, so that the zombies are getting hits as much as possible. Here, hits here, hit, and then eventually we'll hit there. This is very strange. By the time I can afford the star, the wave's already, next wave's already activated, so I'm not going to spend time on trying to get a star down. Here, however, I can definitely get the star down, so I will. Get as many zombies as possible, and then wave 9, let's see what happens. We cherry bomb this. It's an extremely good start. 238 with 5 Starfruits. And all my sunflowers up is amazing. Obviously we don't have cherry for this wave, which isn't amazing, but we have squash at least. Turns out we don't even need that, because this is a jumper, and it's most of the wave. So that's going to be real pretty quickly. Wave 1, we squash. Over chomper, because we want sun. Right. Wave 2 needs to be a chomper. It doesn't matter that it's a basic zombie. You don't have the firepower to take it. Wave 3 is this. Yes, there's a cone end here, but jack-in-the-boxes are very, very threatening. Wave 4. Go for this. We have squash up this way. Gonna use it. Wave 6 is fine, but scary. This kind of is faster, so therefore more threatening. Wave 7, I have to cherry bomb even though I don't want to. Wave 8. Wave 9. Okay. The 407, so that's not bad, but what is bad is our lack of prep. We have 7 Starfruits, and if we got 2 gimmicks here, we're just completely stir-fried. This in itself is still not good because there's coneheads on a vulnerable row. Cursorless, need to catch that, or it's gonna wreak havoc on Sun, and you won't be able to make a comeback. Wave 2. Cherry bomb this, it's gonna be back at 2x. Wave 3 is to Starly. We need to be ready to get that was a pivot, because otherwise we don't have a doom spot, and this row collapses. So we're gonna lose a sunflower here, but this is better than the alternative. Okay, this is a frickin' dog water wave. I'm gonna do this. That's wave 6, I think. This is wave 7. There should be a conehead we can attack, otherwise we have no way of taking this wave. And then this wave should be wave 8, which we can cherry bomb. And this is wave 9. Please get in range, bro. Oh, you missed? I'm a little surprised, but it's fine. Ow. Okay, I probably need to take a rest for today. Overstrained my hands. Oh, where's the Garg? Oh my goodness, that's potentially bad. Okay. The 603 by on legacy timing, so it's not a bad level. Preferably you have either Cherry or Doom for a huge wave. Squash can serve decently as well, but just having your Starfruit rows clear is really great for safety and for allowing your Starfruits to not be body blocked when rolls need to be taken as DPS, or they just generally need to clear out danger. When there's a catapult and a conehead in a wave, it can be fine to just use an instant kill on the conehead. You can plant the squash down. Plant the sunflower down. If you're waiting on Doom cooldown or you're low on Sun, it's perfectly fine to use a Doom Shroom on column 7, assuming you have the spot for it, like this spot. Okay. This is bad level cycle. It's fine. Just need to Sun to stall that guy. Those things matter, like micro time save wise, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Why? Because the consistency in your gameplay is what racks up the meaningful time saves over and over again. Again, this is the Starfruit. Nice. You can see it's an incredibly effective spawn. This is going to be enough to take care of this. Normally you'd have to be scared of this guy escaping, but that's not going to really be as much of a concern here, because you have multiple stars here. Wave 7, do this. We're just going to make doubly sure that this guy doesn't escape. Wave 8. This is a lot of starfruits that are going to actively hit the cone head. It should be very unlikely that it escapes. Yeah, and wave 9 is interesting. I think we just wait this out, to be honest. That should be pop. Should have been getting down sunflowers while we wait. Not the worst in the world, we'll have both of them down now. We're waiting about 4 seconds on the pot, which is fine, because we do need to wait a little bit. Let's wait to come in anyways. That's a lot of body blocking. Technically could take that as a prep wave, because it's all basics, but it would have been slow. Too slow in my opinion. But there would be a ton of people who will take it and just get more prep down. Wave 2. That's cursorless, don't bother thinking about it, because it's just like micro. It's legit, the time save it brings is very micro compared to decision making. But I just wanted to point it out. Wave 3. There's a world where I could have maybe chomper extension on column main and would have been awesome. Okay. 4. Need to work on getting more starfruits on the board right now. Wave 5. No, this is wave 6, because look at the waypoint count. There's 6 waypoints. And the wave 2 from the cone heads, 1 from the basics. 7. I'm gonna blunt this down now because I can. I have the sun for it. That Jack is a menace. Please chomper him before he blows up your doom, because that is just so possible. Okay, cool. This is protected. We have Cherry Bomb. It's a 4-1x. Not the fastest, but it's fine. We'll get down another of this, and then we'll do this and get ready to Cherry Bomb. Okay, this guy's annoying to an extreme degree, but we can't target him. So we just kind of have to let him, like, wreak havoc here. Wave 2. We lose a sunflower, which could matter later. Wave 3. This doom is safe, but can be risky. Wave 4, we're gonna do this. This is safe to handle. And it's instant. Wave 5. Do this to protect this star. By equal rows, you want to target the even numbers. Otherwise, you want to target the star frontmost to protect. What? Weird wave. This is wave 8. Nope, this is wave 8. Oh, then I should have cherry bombed. It's fine. That would have been instant roll anyways. That's in range, so we're good. Good level overall. I have to do this. I don't have a choice. I didn't mean to hit that, but it's fine. I need to take a break from the game because my hand is hurting. Just prior injuries, not actually the strain of the game. Anyways, that's it from me for now. For the 3 flags. Hopefully there was stuff in here that was helpful. In particular, the very disastrous 5-7 attempts. There's some bad RNG in there that I mishandled, and you can see the time loss that generated from it, so be mindful of this. Alright, that's it. Have a good night, guys. Ollie out.